Welcome back. It's fresh fruit season again, and today I'm excited to share with you the best sorbet I've made by far. This 2-ingredient mango sorbet is the current reigning champion, as it's the creamiest, smoothest, and tastiest one I've made. It's changed both my views and shopping habits on mangoes, and hopefully if you try some for yourself, you'll enjoy it as much as I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more homemade food, and let's get started. The only ingredients in this recipe are mangoes and sugar. I used 5 red mangoes and 50 grams of white sugar. Let me tell you why. Mangoes are about 14% sugar by weight, according to Google at least, and from my experimenting you want between 20 and 25% sugar by weight for a really good sorbet texture. The total weight of my peeled and cored mangoes was 437 grams, and to that I added 50 grams of sugar, which should give me 23.6% sugar by weight. I may have done the math wrong, but if you're interested, here is my thought process. 437 grams of mangoes contain 14% sugar, meaning I have 371 grams of mangoes and 65.5 grams of naturally occurring sugar. If I add 50 grams of additional sugar, I now have 115 grams of sugar to my 371 grams of mangoes, for a total weight of 486 grams. 115 grams of sugar is 23.6% of 486, which puts it in the upper middle range of that 20 to 25% I talked about. While you could probably use frozen or canned mangoes, I was able to find a bag of fresh mangoes at a really good price on sale. They were very close to being overripe, and as you can see if I press my finger into the skin, it's pretty easy to dent the flesh. Although you can't see it through the camera, they also are very fragrant and, mango-y. The easiest way I know to slice mangoes is to figure out which direction the seed is oriented, then cut down each side. The seed is wide and flat, so you want to turn the mango so if you were looking at it from above, the longer side faces front to back, not side to side. I'll show a few of them anyways, and hopefully that makes sense. Once you've cut off the large flat sides, there's a little bit of fruit left along the edges. You can get most of it by running a knife along the edge of the seed. Once you've processed all your mangoes, you still need to remove the skins. Score the large pieces with the tip of a knife in a checkerboard pattern, trying not to go all the way through the skin. Then fold them back on themselves and separate the chunks. If your mangoes are as ripe as mine, you should be able to run your thumbnail between the flesh and the skin, but if they're not quite as ripe, you may need to use a knife. If you really want to get everything out of your peels, you could try and scrape them with a spoon, but I'll be using mine for something else, so I'm not too worried about the waste. I've saved my seeds and peels in a large bowl, and now I'd like to try making oleosaccharum, or oil sugar. Given the amount of mango flesh still left on the peels and the juice on the seeds and stuff, I don't know if this actually counts as oleosaccharum, but I'm going to call it that either way because it's fun to say it. I had just under 400 grams of peels and cores, so I added 200 grams of sugar and a small dash of lemon juice. I'm not sure if the acidity actually does anything here, but a little lemon juice in my mango syrup sounds delicious, and it's not going to hurt anything, so why not? Using a heavy wooden spoon, I mixed the sugar into the peels and kind of mashed and macerated everything as best as I could. Once all the sugars had dissolved, I could see a lot of liquid pooling in the bottom of the bowl, so I had pretty high hopes. The next day, I mixed everything again, strained it, and then bottled it, and it's been sitting in my fridge ever since. I've added it to pretty good success to a few different drinks, and it's really good poured over vanilla ice cream or yogurt. I think it would be really nice in a peach sorbet, made just to the freeze-fill line and then filled with mango syrup just before it was spun. The next time that I make peach sorbet, I'll have to give that a try. Anyway, back to the mangoes. I weighed my mangoes and ended up with 437 grams once they were peeled and cored. As I discussed earlier, adding 50 grams of sugar to this should give me around 23.5% sugar content by weight. And since the Ninja Creami says not to freeze solid chunks of fruit, I might as well blend the sugar and mangoes together now. I had planned on adding some coconut milk to this recipe, but when I opened the partial container I had in my fridge, it had solidified. Off camera, I poked around in it a little, and it was all kinds of interesting colors of mold that I don't feel would improve this sorbet, so I threw it out instead, In retrospect, I'm kinda glad that I didn't add coconut milk to it because it turned out so good on its own. Because of the coconut milk mishap, I did only have about half a container of mango sorbet, but it increased in volume as it mixed, so I wouldn't really suggest adding more than maybe 500 grams of mango per container. Thanks to the comments on some of the other videos, I learned that freezing the container with the top off keeps it flat, though no one can seem to agree why. Whatever the reason, it does seem to work consistently, as you can see. I'm spinning this on the sorbet cycle, and unfortunately, only now that I edit this, I find out that I've lost half the footage of it spinning and all the footage of me scooping it out of the container. I have no idea what happened, and there's not really much that I can do, so instead of the Ninja Creami spinning, you can enjoy this shot of me playing with a Lazy Susan that I bought for the channel. The sorbet turned out so incredibly creamy that it made me wonder if adding mango to other sorbets might improve them. The night after filming this, I had a scoop of peach and mango sorbet side by side in the bowl, and it almost felt like a chore to eat the peach sorbet by comparison. The mango was that much better. I'm off to make another batch, or maybe try that peach mango sorbet idea with the mango syrup. But if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, maybe share it with someone else who owns a Ninja Creami, and subscribe for more homemade food.